Let's bring in the former Deputy Prime Minister, Barnaby Joyce, who joins me live in the studio. When we listen to Donald Trump, it is a stark reminder. It's a new world we're in right now.
Yeah, the whole sort of pop culture of the world has changed, hasn't it? And I think people have to realise, they always sort of say, oh, Trump, no one's going to listen to Trump. It's all about Trump. Actually, it's about the 77,284,118 people who voted for Trump, of which I presume the other 77,284,117, presuming Trump voted for himself, want change. And this will be seismic, whether we agree with it or not, in so many facets across. And it is most certainly something that people are discussing on the street. Well, people say they're not, they are. And unfortunately for us, any trade war, we might say, well, directly we're in surplus with the United States, but indirectly we are very much tied to the Chinese economy. And trade wars are not good wars for Australia because it ramifications, it ripples through. But
China gets a cold, we get the flu, the old saying.
Well, now we've got two people.
But when it comes to Trump, if we just, I know it's hard to sort of isolate because you're right about that. It flows onto the global economy, and we're a member of the global economy. But when it comes to Australia, US, they're in surplus. So it's a trade surplus. So the way Donald Trump views it, surely we can navigate a way to avoid tariffs again. Yeah,
I think there's two parts to that. We're in surplus to the United States, but as far as the United States goes, we're a small economic player. And we're certainly a player, but they're not going to stay up late at night worrying about where they are in economics and in trade with Australia, because they're big players of China, they're big players of Europe, they're big players of other parts of the world. But why would you have a trade war with someone that you're actually winning against? If you believe surpluses win, they're winning against us. But unfortunately, we're a commodity exporter, and trade, look at you, imported, your car drove in, imported. Everything in your life basically came in on a boat. And if we start creating a rocky sea for those boats to move on, which is trade wars.
But this is the reality,
everything in your life.
So how do you navigate that? How do you navigate that then? While those trade wars are happening,
you've got to make... And
you want to be a free, open trading nation as we are and have been forever, basically. Well, in modern times.
Well, it's the same with defence. You've got to make yourself as powerful as possible, which is resilient as possible, as quickly as possible. A strong economy, a strong internal economy, a strong dynamic to you will not avoid the pain, but it mitigates.
It's working with other countries.
It mitigates the pain. But if you're weak, then it's just like you brought up the analogy of having the flu. If you're weak before you get the flu, it's going to hurt a lot more than if you're healthy and fit.